All right, so this week in Pax Day, we got a bunch of new information regarding how resources and resource node distribution is getting improved in the future for Pax Day, as well as confirmation of when we are going to get the patch coming, and that is going to be next week. We're going to get dueling as well as a bunch of new quality of life improvements. So we're going to talk about all of that and a little bit more. Hello and welcome back, all of you amazingly professional consumers of Pax Day and Pax Day related content out there. I'm Altari, the professional gamer, and this is another episode of the Pax Friday Review, the show where we talk about the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has come out for Pax Day over the last week. Like I said, this week we got a pretty in-depth conversation, actually a continuation of a conversation that we had with the developers all the way back around the same time last year. Etu went to a game developer conference and gave a whole speech talking about how the world of Pax Day was created. And in that, we also got to learn a little bit of how nodes and node distribution worked. Well, the good news is in future patches for Pax Day, we're not going to have to worry as much about the locations of resources changing. We're going to talk about that. We also have a refresher on all of the cool things that are going to be coming to Pax Day with this next update. Patch Day is going to be next Tuesday, and there's going to be a lot of quality of life coming. So we're going to head over to the official Discord to go through all of those notes. And before we do that, I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of the incredible channel members out there who are financially supporting the channel. We can't do this without you. We greatly appreciate the support. And also, if you're just looking to support the channel, the best way to do that is just hit that like button, subscribe. We're trying to get to over 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're putting that out into the universe, and it's only with your help that we will be able to get to that point. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like if you like this video, and share with any of your friends who are interested in learning more about Pax Day. That's all we talk about on this channel, and that's about what we're gonna go talk about right now. So let's head over to the official Discord. I will see you over there. All right, and here we are on the official Discord. Now, earlier this week, we did get a update on resources and resource node distribution. It is a lot of information, and the TLDR for this is that future updates in Pax Day, you are going to see less of a variation of the nodes, the resource nodes, from patch to patch. So what does that mean for you in reality? It means that going forward, that really special pure iron node that you know of that nobody else does nearby your plot, it's most likely going to stay there. It's not going to change locations. And that's actually a really important thing, because a lot of players go through the effort of putting a lot of this information into things like their map, which is actually getting improved in this new update coming out next Tuesday. And if that's going to be valuable, if recording information onto a map is valuable, then, or if we want it to be valuable, then we have to make it so those nodes don't change location from update to update. So this is basically talking about that. Now, the video here that they reference, I'm going to include a link down in the description below, but it's a really cool, interesting, if you love game development and all of that, definitely highly recommend checking out this video. It was a great presentation by Etu, and it covers a lot of how Pax Day, the world of Pax Day, is created. Totally worth taking a look at. It's about a 30-minute video, but yeah, in a nutshell, what this information is telling us in the first place is about 60% of the current nodes have been preserved. So in this update, there is going to be a change in nodes, but you should see about 60% of them staying relatively the same. And then in future updates, that information is now going to be captured. They're going to make sure that they have it so that those nodes aren't going to change update to update. It's going to get more and more accurate over time. Really great feature to have. If every single time everything changes, then over a while, especially for hard to find resource nodes, it's going to get super annoying. What that also means is that before Tuesday, if you have a special section of places where you're going and picking cotton or chopping down a tree section for charcoal, or trees you don't have to worry about, but more importantly, like pure iron nodes or clay nodes or something else that you want to make sure that you get, go and do that before the update, because it might not be there after the update. But going forward, it should very well be. Now, going into the spring content update that is coming on March 30th. So this upcoming Tuesday, we will be seeing it. There's a lot of cool changes that are coming to the game. Predominantly, the biggest one is dueling. So we're getting the ability to duel. This is a really awesome feature to have. You'll be able to duel any of your clanmates or party members in Lioness, but you can also duel them just in the normal home valleys. You can duel anywhere. There is a bunch of features revolving around that. My favorite is when you run away from a duel. If you go away from each other like 60 meters out, then you will be called out in local chat saying you ran like a dog. I think that's probably the funniest thing I've seen in Pax Dei ever. So hopefully that comedy stays around for a while. But we also got, like I mentioned, map improvements and a new legend, which is showing up here. So again, really great that we're getting these improvements and changes coming in for the map, making it more functional. But then we also have the ability to hide helmets and sheathable weapons, which also are coming into the game. I think this is probably the coolest, just one of the coolest features that we have getting added. Just such a small thing, just adding weapons onto our characters' backs, but it just makes things feel so much cooler. I'm very much so looking forward to this and walking around in armor and having weapons sheathed on my character. I don't know. It just is really, really cool. Then there's also changes to failed crafts and material recovery. So the more hard to get materials are going to be more likely for you to recover. And then over time, as you get to higher and higher levels, that's going to kind of taper off because things are becoming more and more difficult, and it needs to be more and more difficult. But in the future, there will be specializations that are also coming into the game that this system supports, where you'll be able to, through these specializations, increase your returns if you did happen to fail a craft as well. Then they also are adding the take all and quick stack functions to all containers. And this is also a function that's being added to processing crafters, so like charcoal kilns, for example. And then bows are getting some improvements. And the biggest one of those improvements is that now you can shoot your bow in a combat and then switch to another weapon, which has no cooldown repercussions for switching from bow to your weapon. And when you do that, you're still going to get experience for your bow, even if you had another weapon equipped. Really great option for players who are looking to level up bows, because it takes a lot of effort to level them up, but it also takes a lot of ammo to level them up. And it also, they don't do a lot of damage. It's not a primary weapon right now. The bow update is still going to be coming in later, where bows will get more love. But we also are getting some graphical settings, being able to lower the graphics for more sensitive computers, as well as if you really want to set your GPU on fire, you can increase it to that cinematic quality and see how cool Pax Dei can look at that. Then they also set in much more. We covered that in the official patch notes for Arcadia a while back, but we will also be coming out with another video talking about just the patch notes on Tuesday for everyone who wants those updates as well. Last bit of information that they did share as well is if you or your group is going to be having some kind of organized dueling competition in the coming weeks, they said to let Mainframe know about it, to reach out and contact their team, and they would potentially promote it on all of their live channels as well. Definitely something worth a option if you are trying to get some notoriety for your group. It is going to be something that everyone is very excited to do, and I'm very excited to go and compete in the first of many dueling tournaments in the coming weeks. So it's going to be a really great opportunity there for a lot of people. But that is all that we have for this week. Patch day in Pax Day is going to be March 30th. I'm looking forward to hitting this, and then also looking forward to what's coming after this update and what cool things we have to expect. There is a roadmap of features that are coming in the very, very near future. We already have the minor update that is happening right now. We already got the master crafting. Right now is our minor update. This is the spring update. And then after that, we have the homestead with verse 6. A lot of more information is going to be coming out for that in the near future. We can already see the proximity of these two updates. Not sure if that's actually linked to timelines, but if it is, that would make sense because the master crafting update came out early 26. We're getting there. Verse 6 is probably just down the maybe a month or two away, if I had to guess. And there's a lot more information coming out in the coming weeks, probably leading to it as well. So without further ado, thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe so you get notified whenever we come out with new Pax Day or Pax Day related content, and share with any of your friends who are looking to stay up to date on all things Pax Day. An short Pax Friday review this week. I'm sure that makes up for all of the 40-minute ones that we had the last couple of weeks, but I hope you all enjoyed, and until the next one, I'm Ultra the Professional Gamer.